Hi, hey, GrunEules. Greetings, salutations. I thought I'd better pause what I had playing on the other side of the office. This Ithell Colquhoun Taro as color. This is the quote-unquote standard book from Fulgur. I had an unboxing on this filmed, but I didn't think that showing me taking the cello off, and I had multiple edits on it, and if you don't know yet, my video rendering computer and all of my video editing software is down, so I don't have any editing software right now. So I'm doing straight shoots. No audio volume adjustments, so there's fluctuations in audio and lighting and all of that. So this is being filmed under, I don't know if I can actually do it in the space I'm in, can I? Just barely. Okay, so these are the end papers. It's kind of this olive green cloud field. This is a British female surrealist painter. So you can Google her art. It's absolutely amazeballs. She, I think she lived until 1988 or 1989. So she's modern, contemporary surrealist, and she's also very heavy into the Golden Dawn. But, so here is a quote of hers. After I completed the pack, I saw some slides showing nebulas in outer space and the birth of stars. These recalled my designs and confirmed my conviction of their cosmographic function. She uses a lot of acrylics, and you can see the light and the depth capturing in these images. I have a version of this book coming, which is actually a hand-bound, hand-printed version, because I love this artist. And I bought this version, and I'm considering turning this version into the deck, taking them and mounting them, and keeping the hand-bound one as my shrine-ish. There is the artist herself. And there are a couple of academic articles about her. Someone did an indie printing of her deck in the last 10 years. It's no longer available. I've been hunting for one. Annika from Nobody Here had it at one point. I don't know if she still does. And this book, there are 4 versions of the cover. I believe this is the 10 of Wands, but we'll have to confirm in the back. But there are 4 versions of the color, one for each of the elemental suits. And there is, I don't know for sure, but I think it's this version. It has an introduction by Amy Hale, who has done some academic publishing on this artist's body of work. But yeah, amazeballs. So the color palettes for air are pale yellow, water, deep blue, fire, scarlet, earth, indigo. And this deck follows Hermeticism and the Golden Dawn system very tightly. And there's talk about the actual artistic process. And the book is divided by the elements. So you can see this one's air. And somewhere we're going to switch to water. There's water. Each piece of art gets its own page. So this is the Ace of Swords. This, I believe, is the Fool. Again, I haven't studied it yet. Don't quote me on it. That might be the Prince of the Chariot of Air. Lord of Earned Success. Look at that. The gold and the pink. Oh. Gold and indigo. Queen of the Thrones of Air. Maybe if I do this, you can see that too. So this was created in 77. I'm just going to do a flip through now. So if I did mount these, I'm trying to figure out what I would mount them on. But then, do I really need to mount them? Or do I just use... I just adore this work. Maybe I wait until the deck is available. It's amazing. Oh, I love this one. It's kind of this eggplant and rusty umber color. Oh. The child of the powers of the waters, the lord of the triumph of the light. And then we switch to the element of water. And first we have the ace. Spirit of the mighty waters. Prince. Lord of pleasure. It's just barely catching on the... I have a shelf up there. I definitely want to compare my reaction to these pieces of art with the Hermetic Tarot, which should match up with the names. I've got this orange scarlet color, a clay or a white or gray, and then this indigo and this stripe of gold. Ruler of balance. We go fire. And you'll see a shift. There's the ace of fire. This may be the Emperor. I'm not 100% sure. One of those two is the Emperor. Strength. Strife. That's probably the Five of Wands. Don't quote me on any of this. Swiftness. Lord of perfected work. Valor. Lord of oppression. Ten of Wands, Lord of oppression. And you can see how it's, the art is split to skin the book. And we have Son of the Morning, Chief among the Mighty. And we have this scarlet and maroon and indigo. Dark, dark indigo. Amazeballs. And we have this gray field. Oh. Lord of the House of the Mighty. Can you just not feel it? We switch to Earth. There's the Ace of Earth. Lord of Material Success. That's beautiful. Material Gain. Lord of Material Trouble. Prudence. King of the Spirits of Earth. Earthly Power. That might be the Four of Pentacles. Not 100% on these Lord names yet. Lord of Wealth. This is, I think this is the Ten of Discs. And we have the Magus of Power. The Priestess of the Silver Star. Can you just feel it? Magus of the Eternal. Prophet of the Eternal, the Magus of the Voice of Power. And then there is an index, but it is wonderfully the suits with the colors and the associations. So the root of the powers of air we know is the Ace of Swords. The Lord of Defeat, Five of Swords. Ten of Swords, the Lord of Ruin. This cover is the Lord of Oppression, Ten of Wands, and it is orange, scarlet, yellow, and indigo. So the Priestess of the Silver Star, the High Priestess. And there's also Hebrew Letter Association. Silver Raid, Sky Blue, Cold Pale Blue, Silver Pale Blue. The Prophet of the Eternal, the Magus of the Voice of Power is the Hermit. And it's a plum field, then gray-green, slate gray, yellowish green. Lord of Wealth, Ten of Discs, as you would come to expect. Lord of Earthly Power, Four of Discs, so you can see the associations. I'm going to let you pause and zoom in if you want to look at this index. But amazing. So that is where I'm going to stop because my dogs are going nuts. Much love and respect. Taro as color. Keep your eye out for the hand-bound version of this. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Oh.